At this time, at this time, we are joined by a state champion, by the AAC Player of the Year for the girls. Ladies and gentlemen, a darling off any playing surface, high character young lady, but on whatever playing surface you're going to take her on, two words come to mind: good luck. Ladies and gentlemen, at this time we bring in Jenna Triveri. Hi, JT. How are you?
Hi, I'm good. How are you?
Wonderful. Thanks for joining us. We appreciate it as always. I mean, I feel like a broken record saying this. Every time I sit down and talk to you, or anybody from YSN talks to you, it starts with, "You're having a heck of a season." This one stands out a little bit, obviously. So you're having a heck of a season, Jenna. How has this year been for you personally?
Personally, it's been very well, actually. I've not had anything that I've been really struggling with this year. I've been working a lot in the summer, so I'm just really happy that everything's starting to pay off.
Then you look at this basketball team. Last year had a great senior class. You had to graduate, which means you come into this season, you know you're going to get responsibilities put on you. You know you're going to have to step up as a leader. And boy, have you. We got all those introductions out for you. What has it been like kind of trying to be more of a leader this year, more of a vocal leader and an emotional leader to this team?
It's honestly been great. I love it. I love how younger girls can look up to me. I love how, even the seniors can count on me. So I'm really happy that I did get the role into being a leader. I had a lot of girls that I looked up to when I was a freshman, even last year. So I'm really happy that girls can now look up to me.
I'm looking at the calendar, and there's a lot of people that have approached me and said, "Geez, Louise, when does Jenna Triveri graduate? Like, we're tired of seeing her year after year. Like, is she like a 9-year senior at this point? You're still a junior, Jenna. How have you done all this in your life? I mean, playing every sport known to man, I'm pretty sure. Um, what is it like a day in the life of Jenna Triveri, being able to pack all this into your suitcase that you carry with you on a daily basis?"
It's sometimes a struggle. There's sometimes like days where I'm just like exhausted. I don't even know what to do half the time. So I mean, it's really crazy, but it's so much fun.
It's fun when you're having the success you're having, especially. We talk about this Canfield team this year, and I've seen you guys a handful of times. I know we've had you on YSN plenty of times. Defense is the calling card this year for the Cards. What's it been like to get together as a defense, especially? You have a couple of new faces coming in there. They all kind of get the program. Brought them along. What's it been like this year that leads to this success, especially on the defensive side of the floor?
We have a lot of girls that really focus on defense, and we have a lot of girls that use their offense into their defense, so they score a lot from defensive transition. So, we have a lot of new faces that have been doing really well, like Jenna Havrilla, Lori, Janone. We have a lot of girls that have really stepped up this year into the role of playing defense, and that's why our defense is so great because we have 5 girls on the floor always that are so dedicated on stopping their offense.
Jenna, your game is always based off of speed. That's like number one off of whatever you do. I mean, everybody, you're faster than everybody. So when you eventually lose a step, have you started building in, like, I don't know, a parachute, so to speak, of things that you're going to be able to lean on? I mean, obviously your IQ of the sports that you play, particularly in basketball, off the charts. But like, have you ever thought about, okay, how am I going to make myself more rounded in case something ever happens? I mean, you've battled through adversity with injuries before. You know that speed is the first to go. What have you done to kind of backfill your catalog of your skill set moving forward?
Yeah, this year I've been working out more, so I've been obviously in the weight room trying to get stronger, just so even if I can't beat somebody, I can out physical them. I also spent a lot of time this summer in the gym shooting because I was always used to just going by people, but I knew that this year was going to be a little bit different. So I extended my range a little bit, and that's also been helping us score.
So in the last couple answers, you've talked about your leadership and you've also talked about the younger players that are stepping up this year. As a leader, how proud are you to see these players that are stepping into new roles, stepping into the limelight a little bit and just succeeding every challenge that they've been kind of put in front of? It's not easy to, and you played as a freshman. It's not easy to just kind of be thrust into the varsity level. What's it been like for you as a leader of this team now to see younger players kind of do what you did as a freshman?
Yeah, I mean, proud is an understatement of how proud I am of these girls. I love working with all of them, and I see every single one of them trying to get better every single day. So, I mean, I've experienced that obviously when I was a little younger than them, but I'm so proud of how hard they've been working. And, everyone at practice wants to be there. Everyone wants to get better, even if they're a freshman, sophomore, junior, or senior. So, this team's just so much fun. I can't like remember a team like this that I've just had so much fun all the time because everyone is so competitive and everyone wants to win. So practices, there's a little bit of fighting just because of how competitive everyone is. So I mean, I'm just having so much fun this year.
Your leadership's been outstanding. I mean, and you've been called upon to be a leader since you were a freshman. We've alluded to that a couple times. How has your leadership style changed over the last 3 years, and really becoming the lead bird, so to speak, in the Canfield locker room wherever you go?
Yeah, I mean, my freshman year, I had four seniors that year that really spoke to me and helped me out. So, my freshman year, I was a little quiet. I didn't really want to say anything because I didn't want to be wrong. Last year, I had, again, four seniors that were just incredible. I loved them so much and I had so much fun playing with them. And they really showed me, like, how to become a leader. And even when I got hurt, I started becoming more vocal because I knew that some players needed help and I played that position, so I had to help them. And this year, it just totally like took off. I've been a leader and I've been trying to be like that for the younger girls because I always had somebody that I could look up to, so I just want to be that person to all the younger girls.
I was a little bit worried. I'm not going to lie to you because you started talking about not wanting to say anything because you didn't want to be wrong. That has never stopped a Triveri in the history of the world. So I was going to stop you right there. I'm glad you kept going, Jenna.
Jenna, you don't get that role of leadership without the coaching staff trusting you to be there and telling you that you're the person that we want in that role. Talk about what it was like to have those conversations with Coach Reel and Coach Pav and the staff before the season even started, and they said they're going to trust you to be in this role this year of one of the main leaders, and they trusted you to get that accomplished.
I had a lot of talks with Coach Real. I mean, even last year when I was hurt, there was a lot of tears. So, me and Coach Real really developed a really good relationship between the two of us, and we've been honest with each other. When something's not going right for me, I make sure to let him know, and he makes sure to let me know. We have a good coach and player relationship, so he's really brought me and I'm so glad that he allowed like the trust into me so that I could lead this team. And I know that we have, there's 8 varsity girls and we all lead in our different ways. So, it's not just me that's a leader. Every single girl on that team is a leader.
Success oftentimes can kind of fill up your belly a little bit from a standpoint of not, kind of quenching that thirst of being hungry for a championship or you necessarily wanting to work harder. After winning a state championship in softball, what has it done for you?
Oh, it just made me want to win a state championship in basketball. I've had so much fun in softball, and we had a great leader, Milena, that really brought us there. So, I want to be that person to bring us to another one. So, I'm really excited to see how the season continues, but we just have to keep taking it day by day.
Jenna, one of the things that we've talked to your other teammates about is how much they want to do it for the seniors this year that have put in a lot, that have kind of gotten their time to be seniors. You have two of them in Marina and Aline. What has it been like from your perspective to go out and fight for those two and try to make sure their senior year is as good as possible?
Yeah, I mean, these two seniors, they've put a lot of work into the program and they've had a little bit of a diversity. So always working for the seniors is really something that all the underclassmen want to do, like freshman year we wanted to do it for our seniors, last year we wanted to do it for our seniors. That's just going to be an ongoing tradition that the younger underclassmen want to do. So, we just have to play for them, and I know that they don't want their season to end and they're going to lead us. So, and I'm going to help them. So we're going to be good.
Just playing a little I Spy, and behind you there's a giant T. Obviously stands for Triveri. I know that's a name that is synonymous with success here in the area. There's a lot that comes with it. Do you ever feel pressure kind of hoisting that last name. You've done so well for it. And what do you want people to remember about the J Triveri? Well, I guess there's a lot of J Triveris. Jenna Triveri aspect of it. When you're all, I know you got a while to go, but when it's all said and done, what do you want people to remember about you most?
Just how hard I work and how much the sport actually means to me. Not a lot of people understand that. People sometimes just think, oh, they're just playing in high school just to stay active and stuff. But no, like this sport has meant something to me since I've been in first grade, and I want people to understand that I've worked really hard for the success that I've gotten. So I just want people to remember how hard it is, how hard you need to work for success to happen.
We've already talked a little bit about the adversity you went through, especially last year, the couple injuries that you had to deal with. We've talked about what it took to get through that physically, but mentally getting through adversity like that. What were some of your routines and some of the things that you leaned on to get through that and to work through that and then find the light at the end of the tunnel? Because there's a lot of people out there that might be going through it this year that need to hear like, hey, how did JT get through it? How did one of our role models kind of get through the adversity that she got through? So how did you get through yours, and what kind of advice do you give to people that are going through it now?
Yeah, I mean, when I was going through my injury, I put a lot of trust in God to let Him to guide me into the right direction. So that's honestly how I got through my ways. I read the Bible, I did things, my family helped me. So honestly, that's how much the injury meant to me, getting hurt. So I put a lot of trust into God. And in my opinion, any advice that I can give to anyone else that's struggling with something is just put it into God's hand, let Him handle it, and you just keep living.
And that's why you're better than all of us. Naturally, you're my hero because listen, what you went through, and you look to the Bible and you look to God. I get a hangnail and I go to Google and WebMD, and it's a bad thing. Like there's a lot of stuff out there that people could point to and be like, "You're gonna die from that hangnail." So Jenna, we're so happy that you you went to the Bible and not to Google for this particular injury. In all seriousness, you are someone that a lot of young girls look up to. When you play, anytime you play, you stand out amongst the crowd. So when you hear stuff like that, what do you? I mean, it's not something that you asked for necessarily, but how does it make you feel knowing that there's little girls out there that want to fill your shoes in someday?
Oh, it makes me feel great. I always had those people, including my sister, that I always looked up to and I always wanted to play like. So I'm just super happy that I get people that look up to me. And some people, want to play like me, just like how I wanted to play like older girls. So it makes me so happy that people look up to me like that.
You're a hero. Who are your heroes in life, though? Who are the people that you kind of put on that pedestal to say they're going to be my hero? They're going to be who I look to.
Definitely my parents and even my siblings. They went through a lot of diversity playing sports, so I look up to them a lot. And any single time I need advice, I go to my parents. So I look up to my family a lot, and they're my heroes.
All right, let's get serious. Okay, it's just us talking. Nobody's gonna watch this. Who's the best athlete in the Triveri family?
Definitely me, I would say.
Yes.
And I think everyone would agree with me, so.
That's all I wanted. I'm done.
And
No
if
further
they,
questions, Your Honor.
if they don't agree with you, they know where to find you, right?
Right.
What
Just
kind of
keep
ways?
catcher.
What kind of ways do you guys get competitive? Like what's the most competitive thing this family kind of fights with each other about?
Pickleball. Every single summer, every single day we play pickleball, and we still have fights about it to this day. Even though it's winter and we haven't played in a couple of months, we still fight about pickleball because, my family knows that they can't beat me, so they get really upset.
Is there a trophy for pickleball?
No.
Oh,
We
Can we
just
make one?
seriously, like, we play in my driveway and we have like some friends come over, we had like our cousins come over, even for like birthdays or something, like some type of celebration in the summer, we play pickleball. We play pickleball, spike ball, and cornhole. And there's always competitiveness every single day. Someone's always mad about something when someone loses. So it's so much fun when you see people mad because they lost.
are you a trash talker at all?
No.
Not at
Um,
all.
With my family, when they come after me first, then I'll say stuff, but I don't usually like go up to people and talk trash.
So when your family does start, start Jenna. I think we all know that they're not always the starter. Um, Scale of 1 to 10, how good your trash talk?
Mm, I would say about an 8.
Oh,
Yeah.
that's
But
good.
I don't start it. They come
Right.
after me and I just finish it. So
You can hide behind that smile all you want. We all know who you are. That's all I got.
Jenna, one of the ways that I like to end the player profiles that we do, just want to give you the time to shine lights on people in your life. And I know we've done this with you a lot, and you've probably shined a light on a lot of people. So I'm going to challenge you a little bit today. Maybe someone that you haven't mentioned in interviews past that you think maybe under the radar in your life that deserves a little bit of a mention today, that really means a lot to you and a lot to your journey.
my grandma D, if I didn't mention her, she would have been a little mad. So, definitely her. She hasn't missed a game, Her and my grandpa never missed a game, and it just means so much to me how much they support me.
Jenna, thank you so much for taking time out. Always. I mean, anytime we need you, you're there and you make yourself available to us. And there's a reason that so many people look up to you, and those little kids want to wear your jersey, want to wear your number, and certainly be like you when they get older. Thank you so much for everything that you've done for us, for what you continue to do to the game that you play, and certainly we wish you the best of success moving forward.
Thank you, and thank you for having me. We appreciate all you guys do for us.
Thanks, Jenna. Appreciate you.